In this video, we're changing the oil and oil filter in a 2013 Subaru Impreza. Let's jump right in. The first thing that you're going to want to do is pop the hood and loosen the oil fill cap. That will allow the oil to drain out much better when you go to loosen the oil drain plug. So just pop the hood and make sure that yellow cap is loose. Conveniently, the drain plug will be located right here under the engine. You'll see almost like a doorway opening for the oil and drain plug to come right out from the bottom of the motor. So it's kind of like an access point right here under the car. So what you will need is a 17mm wrench. Just grab right on that. Sometimes I like to double up the wrenches, so I like to hook this end, and it just gives you more leverage when loosening it. Now, oil will not come out right away. You should be able to just crack this loose. There it is. And I just have an extra little tool here, which will help me take the drain plug off without getting oil down my arm. If you just drove the car, this oil will be very hot, so it's key to let the car sit for maybe 10 minutes before you actually do the oil change. Oh. Another thing that's important is that this little O-ring comes off with the drain plug, so you want to make sure that that is actually on the drain plug when you pull it off. You either want to reuse that when you put the drain plug back in, or if you have a new one with a new drain plug, just make sure that that kind of washer O-ring like thing is on there when you go to put it back on, because that helps seal the bottom of the tank here. But just let this drain for a few minutes and then you're good to put this plug back in and then actually go to the top of the car to swap the filter. I forgot to mention that when you are tightening the drain plug back in, you only need to use one wrench. This will be enough leverage for you to tighten it just tight enough. This is something that doesn't want to be over tightened, because if you strip out your oil pan, you have much bigger problems on your hand, especially if you're someone who is strong enough to strip the bolt. So just be careful when you're putting in the plug. Now the oil filter will be located right up front on the car, which is super convenient. And that is something that you should just be able to spin off by hand. So if you cannot, oh wow, man. If for some reason it's stuck on there real good, you can use an oil filter wrench and that will ultimately help loosen it. Because the filter is facing down, should have no more oil left in it, which is good. And what I like to do is take the new filter, take a little bit of old oil, and just place it right around this gasket on the new filter. That just allows the new filter to tighten down smoothly and not just get stuck on dry rubber. Another thing I like to do is mark the current mileage and date on the filter. That just tells the mechanic the last time that it was changed. When tightening the oil filter, it should just be hand tight. Just like the drain plug, this is something that should just be snug right on there. So once that's tight, good to go, and you've tightened the drain plug, now it's time to add new oil in. For this Subaru Impreza from 2013, it takes about 5.1 quarts of oil when you're changing the filter. So what I'm going to do is put in 0 weight 20 oil, which I can link right down in the description for you as well. I will also link a filter right down in the description that works, but I'm using Wix number 57712. I always like to cross-reference the different oil filters, but I'll link the oil, the filter, and an oil filter wrench kit right down in the description. You can click on those links and get everything you'll need for this oil change. After you've poured all of the oil into the car, it's actually a great idea to run the motor for about 10 seconds to let the oil cycle through the motor, and then check the dipstick tube to make sure that you've put in enough oil. You don't want to put too little amount of oil in your car, but you also don't want to overfill the oil of your car. So just make sure that it is within the range that reads on the dipstick, and the best way to do that is run the car for 10 to 15 seconds, turn it off, and then come back and check the oil on the dipstick itself. And of course, after you tighten the oil fill cap, then you are good to go. If you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to check out the rest of the channel. We post videos like this all the time. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped, and we'll see you next time.